Welcome to Seen and Heard podcast, where everyone should be seen and heard. And I am joined tonight by with my co-host Chrissy in New York.
Hello.
We are talking about the glitch today. Mitch the glitch. I'm gonna flip this camera around. I'm gonna play the video so you guys can have some context because this is gonna be a short show tonight too. But we wanted to address this because the news always seems to cover up for evil lately. So we're gonna show this. Okay, and we're not laughing at him. It's just the situation is just so utterly ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Okay, here we go.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in
Oh,
2026.
that's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
yes.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Penny.
Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
Okay. Okay. I think he needs to be headed to a facility for evaluation.
It's ridiculous what they're doing.
I mean, it's literally Weekend at Bernie's, and I only saw that. I saw that like what that was like 30 something years ago or something like that. That movie where the kids were gonna get in trouble and they were walking or going everywhere with this rich guy that had passed away, and they were just propping him up. I mean, this is really absurd, and this is for all of the geriatrics in our government, all of the geriatrics on either party. So this is not even picking on one or the other. It's utterly ridiculous.
It is, and like you said, nobody you barely hearing about it. And one person that I do like that was talking about it is Sean King.
Mm,
I I like him. Um, like in speaking to you earlier when I sent you that one clip where he's talking about it's kind of like elder abuse,
mm,
but additionally, like he's saying, he's like, imagine if it was a moment. Imagine for a moment if this was Joe Biden instead of the Republican leader of the Senate. Fox would run it on repeat and Trump would never let it go. So you have this media outlet that would constantly replay it. Same thing like when Joe Biden tripped up the stairs or tripped on the sandbag. They didn't tell you it was a sandbag that he tripped on. They just, oh, look, he's tripping again. And this is who you have. And everybody want to laugh and joke about it. But this man is glitching out on live TV, which is a neurological issue.
more than once.
Yeah, more than once. Not the first time. The first time he actually got walked off,
Mm,
and you don't hear about it. But a man tripping over a sandbag, oh, he's unstable, he's this, he's that, and this is the leader of your like country. Come on, that's ridiculous. This is
I
the leader of the Republican Senate. Like, come on,
where
that
and
that make that makes laws.
right, they're making laws for all of us, and he needs to be in a home using up all of the taxpayer funded money that all the so he's made legislation so us regular people can't afford health care or nice things. But our taxes pay for his health care. Well, he needs to be somewhere with it.
Utilizing it, yeah.
Because this is ridiculous. And then this person that's his wife, where is she? Where is this? Look, where is she? And I can't say what I want to say because we got to be, say allegedly in certain our case because we're not like a major news org or I'm just showing this article, and my
Mm-hmm.
opinion is there may be some more, unethical things going on behind the scenes with this one. But where is she? I mean, somebody's wife would be like, okay, stay home, honey. It's not, like,
So
but
you would think.
I mean, rich
You
people, you would think, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
So
look
you
at
would think.
melanoma,
I mean, that would be a normal response. You know,
a
like
normal, right?
the care, the
They
worry.
are not
You
normal.
know,
They
yeah,
they definitely aren't normal.
the care, the worry. Like Nancy Pelosi's husband got attacked, and she showed and she made mention. Because that's what a wife do. You care and you speak out on it and you whatever and you keep people updated. This one, your husband glitched out twice. Like, where's your comment? Where's your concern? Where's your nothing,
Nothing.
nothing from the wife,
Not even the
nothing at all.
first time that I think about it. You're right, because Nancy Pelosi, I think the same day that her husband was attacked, I think she left. They allowed it. Well, she was able to leave, so she
Yeah,
could go see and handle everything and make a statement and make sure he was okay and that everything was fine. But she made a point in making a statement because she loves her husband.
as it should be. You should let you should say something, even if it's we're gonna look into this, something to address an obvious situation. This
Now,
man froze
you just
twice,
made me think about that. This is the second time, and Elaine Chao not once has said
and
anything, not
and
from the
wait,
first time.
and this is the second time that we have publicly witnessed. How long has this been going on behind the scenes in meetings and that we don't see in congressional meetings and things that we don't see behind closed doors? How long have this been going on?
This is
But
insane.
they don't want him to give up his seat. So they push and for what?
And, and like you said, they don't want him to give up his seat, so you can't help. I mean, even though it's a movie, but if anybody out there has seen Weekend at Bernie's, then you guys know what we're talking about because it's the same with Diane Feinstein. And I'm not one of these people that's age shaming or anything like that, but uh in positions of this kind of power, when you have control over people's lives, you're legislating over a populace, citizens of the country, of the entire country, you need to be
Yep.
in your right faculties.
Like another quote from Sean King's post where he posted about it. He goes, "It's dangerous to be forcing this man to vote on life or death issues when he can't even open his mouth or move." Yeah. And like we've said before, like this age thing, like he says, and it's not just Republicans, Democrats are doing it too. So it's not one side or the other. This, like you said, term limits, some age, something needs to be put in place because this is ridiculous.
Utterly ridiculous. I mean, with all the young qualified people that we know that can handle the job. Look, prime example, the two Justins in Tennessee. Look what they're up against. But they're still fighting. They're young, they're in their 20s. And they are qualified. They are more than qualified to be handling what they're handling. They're fighting fascists here in Tennessee. They're being physically attacked in Tennessee. Cameron Sexton shoulder checked Justin Pearson, one of the justices. It was Justin Pearson or Justin Jones. It was Justin Jones. Shoulder checking him. Well, no, it was Justin Pearson. Shoulder checking him, like literally assault on the chamber floors. But these young men, which I'm going to stress young men because they're acting as men, you know, um, they are more than capable because they're not backing down. That's the kind of fight we need in our government for good, not for like I want my last breath in the seat, to get my benefits and or whatever it is that I can't wrap my head around why they want a corpse sitting in the seat. I can't wrap my head around it.
I mean, I'd be a little worried if you were able to. I think like that sometimes. Certain things that to me is nonsensical. I I often wonder, and then I start to say, you know what? I'd be concerned for myself if it actually made sense. So I'm fine not making sense of nonsense because I don't want to have to go up the block and check myself into Creedmoor because now I'm seeing the purple man also. Like I don't want to. No, I'm perfectly fine on this side of the on this side of the wall.
It's just we're in. I look at the United States, and I'll keep saying this until and it may not make sense to some people, but I'm gonna say it again. I mean, I honestly look at the United States as an open prison. Yes, you're free to roam around and go here and there if you can afford it, but like they make it hard for you to escape for people that logically and sanely have sat down and wrote pros and cons of like staying here or wanting to leave. They've made it where you cannot leave. The only way you can leave is if you're rich. You're filthy rich. That's just the truth. You're filthy rich. You can't even budget to leave because it's an open prison. They want to keep you trapped here with all this nonsense with our government. I because I when people say like if something makes you feel bad or doesn't make you feel good, then leave the situation. If it comes to a point where there is no sense that's going to be made out of it. And like I'll use myself an example. There's nothing that makes sense about how this country is operating right now. And then black community being under attack. But the black, no matter what the media tries to say, they're trying to shift the language or minimize the language with the Jacksonville shooter and saying racially charged. No, we're not using words like that. It was not racially charged. It was a hate crime. We're not using these tepid little words. It was a hate crime. Point blank simple. He was a terrorist and it was a hate crime against the black community. Your mic's out.
For them,
Okay.
they sugarcoat the words, and for if it was one of us, oh, he's a thug or she's a thug, and oh, let's pull up her history or his history. Oh, he did drugs when he was like, come on, all right,
Okay.
yeah, you
I
know,
mean, with that kind of talk logic, we need to be asking, well, where was his daddy? Is he in a two-parent home? Where was his mama? Why didn't his mama have a talk with him? Did she not love him enough? Did she not give him enough macaroni and cheese? You know what I'm saying? Like it works the same way. Okay, where are his parents?
mm-hmm.
Because it's the majority of clear people that's doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So that lets me know there's something going on with this particular community. Besides the fact that they think that they can get away with all kind of stuff, which they
it's,
historically
it's
have been,
all it's all that power trip, that superiority complex.
and there's nothing superior about them. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I'm just saying that obviously
Well,
they
yeah,
believe
I know
so.
the ideology and how
They think they're
brainwashed.
so pure.
Hmm.
They think white is pure, so that's
and
but
and
they're so pure that they try to emulate everything about us. But okay, that's fine.
speaking of which, there was a young lady. I want to play her video because I ended up um I did do it her last night, but she was making some good points about colonization, like what we were talking about here. This relates to our conversation about supposed superiority. But I'm gonna play her video here. It's a short little video. Let me see. I'm not gonna play my duet. I'm gonna play her video because see. Okay. I'm gonna flip this here. Give me a second.
What is your most radical belief?
My most radical belief is that the entire world has pretty much one culture except for white Western countries. So I've traveled all over and I've seen the same kind of values of like communalism and family and community and eating together and all this stuff and rest. I've seen that in pretty much every single place that I've been to, except for white Western countries that are hyper individualistic. And I feel like colonization has spread this one like hyper individualistic culture throughout the entire planet. But in reality, we were all kind of doing the same thing and like focusing on family and being in a community the entire time until white people came and fucked it all up.
What she said.
What she said.
What she said.
Exactly what she said. Because when I saw that video, I was thinking that is so true. Like she was stating it as an opinion, but that was so true because like your mom's culture, uh the Belize culture, then like our culture, the black culture, and then learning about like all ethnic cultures have a familial type unit,
Yeah.
Latin culture, Asian culture, um, black culture, just all of us were like family, like thinking of family.
Yeah.
And then here come the colonists and colonizers, and then their capitalism. And the reason they press individualism is for capitalism because they want all the families broken up after a certain age and in separate apartments and separate houses that makes them money. So they want the family, they don't want a family unit. They want the families scattered and separate living in properties that makes capitalist money. So
Mm-hmm.
that made so much sense when I saw that video. I was like, she is absolutely right. They have destroyed every place that they've set foot. And then gentrification is another example. Modern gentrification is like invasion. And I said that and I'll keep saying it because it is. Black neighborhoods, historically black neighborhoods have, even if they have bad elements in there, that's kind of a structural or systemic issue there. But still, all in all, the people that were in those neighborhoods, it was all about family. Everybody staying together and take care of each other. And then here comes gentrification, and then the envelopians come in and then raise the price, the property taxes, everything goes through the roof, and then the people that were there can't afford it and they get displaced. Just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a historic thing, like they did it to the Native Americans when they hopped off their boats. It's like it's in their DNA or something.
That's why when we have property and they're trying to build up our area, we have to refuse to sell it. Don't matter if they offering us 10 times what we bought it. Refuse to sell it because yeah, they might be offering you that much, but how much you think they're gonna make off of what they offering you? They offer you a certain amount for a reason because they know what they can double and triple and whatever. So no, we need to keep it our own. If you own property, keep it your own. Because you got people like Glitchy McGlitchison over there and his fellow things. I don't even know what the heck to call them. Sitting
Well,
here.
you remember what, a month ago, 2 months ago, they tried to tell us that, oh, by the way, they're aliens. I mean, hey, I'm not saying they're aliens, but
I mean, maybe he's a test subject
I mean,
that they don't want to tell. They don't want to tell us about. He's a test subject with these aliens or
it is
something.
so ridiculous to me because it makes me think that he looks like, because of all the horror movies, the sci-fi movies, the thrillers I've ever watched. In my mind, I'm just imagining that he was like made in a little petri dish. He was grown out of a petri dish. Yeah, or okay, here's a better analogy. Remember in Aliens? Remember, I think it was like Alien 4 or something, and Sigourney Weaver goes into that lab where they
I
had
don't think I
done
saw it, but
okay, you remember the scene where she goes in and she sees all these clone copies of herself, and they were like
mhm.
all mistakes and stuff like that. It reminds me of that. Like he could be like one of these clones that they made, and now
Yeah,
there's a side effect to the clone or something. Like
the real one is on the beach somewhere,
right, or the
laying
real one
down.
could be gone already.
Or that, yeah, true.
I mean,
That's why the
allegedly,
wife and that's why the
yeah,
wife ain't worried because he done passed
right.
already.
Hey,
You know,
and
and
we
and
say it
and
allegedly. Anybody
yeah,
out there, we say it allegedly. Okay.
of course, this is just speculation
This is all
because
speculation,
we're
right?
trying to make it make sense.
We're
That's
we're
all.
we're opinion show. We're just giving our opinions and observations. So we're
Yeah, observations in a make it make sense kind of
right
manner.
because nothing at this point makes sense.
Nope.
And so on that note, we're going to end it there. We have well here is our Q&A. So here in our Q&A, there click on the speak pipe if you have any questions. If you like our show, let us know that you like our show. If you want to leave like little love notes, love calls, voicemails to me and Chrissy or anybody else that's on the team, leave us a message. We'll play it on a future show. And there's our number there. Leave us comments on the video as well. And we
Yeah, give us your input.
yes, leave us your input, leave us your questions, leave your observations. What do you
Like,
got
yeah,
going on?
yeah. Like why? Like for this, for example, why do you think they don't want to do age limits and term limits? And like, come on, help us make it make sense.
We've got to like we've got to figure something out before this next election. I know that. So we all collectively have to figure something out. If you guys have any ideas, leave them in the comments. Leave us a voicemail. Like I said, we'll play your voicemail. And we also are peer supported. So we will appreciate your support because that helps us with programming. It keeps the lights on, so to speak. All of your donations and your purchase of our merch that and then also if you do buy our merch, send us a picture of you wearing a t-shirt or with the coffee mug or anything that you buy in the merch shop. Send us a picture so we can show it and we'll have like a little slideshow and stuff. I want to see you guys in our merch or drinking the cups and I think that'll be cool. So we're going to close out here until the next show. Thank you for listening to us and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.